Hey guys, welcome back to Loop Hub. Today we'll talk about the most disgusting moments on Dr. Pimple Popper that made us shudder. Let's head into it. Number 1. Tattoo cyst. When a woman saw Dr. Pimple Popper to remove a cyst from behind her beautiful shoulder tattoo, she was confronted with a problem. According to Harvard Health Publishing, skin cysts can occur for two causes. Some develop as skin cells burrow beneath the surface and multiply, forming a sac filled with a keratin, a yellow liquid substance. Others arise when oil produced by skin glands becomes trapped beneath the skin, generating a thick cheese-like substance because she'd like to cut into the tattoo and sew up the wound over the top of it. Dr. P said treating the cyst would disturb the patient's tattoo. Lee began by making two small incisions parallel to the lines of the patient's geometric tattoo with a surgical blade. She next used scissors to cut away extra skin and opened the cyst cavity beneath the skin. Dr. Pimple Popper pressed her fingers over the wound, releasing an off-white material that resembled oatmeal. "It's like we're taking off the shower cap now," Lee said of the treatment's next step. She was referring to the cyst sac, which had previously contained an oatmeal-like stuff she had squeezed out, but was still linked to the cavity. She snipped away at the sac with scissors, emphasizing the importance of removing as much as possible to prevent the growth from regenerating. Lee used stitches to close the hole she had caused due to the patient's tattoo. Lee was extra careful this time to replicate the line work on both sides of the incision. She advised the woman to remove the outermost stitches after 7 days to avoid permanent scarring that would detract from the appearance of her tattoo. Number 2. 16 pus-filled lumps. Dr. Sandra Lee has been treating bursting nose growths and lipomas for the 4th season on her successful TLC show. She faced a particularly difficult situation in the season's final episode, which aired on Thursday. A man with more than 50 bumps all over his body, Gerard, a 46-year-old Brooklyn teacher, said he first noticed a bump on his thigh while he was in his 20s, and that other growths appeared on his arms, legs, and stomach over time. Gerard claimed he had too many lumps to count before visiting Lee, estimating between 50 and 75. "I've been told they're benign lipomas since my first lump," Gerard explained. "Over the years, I've asked my physicians whether there's anything I can do about it. In principle, his doctor suggested all of his lipomas, fat-filled growths that lay between muscle and skin, could be removed. However, they stated that removing all of Gerard's growths would be impractical due to the large number of them on his body, thus he never sought treatment. Instead, Gerard claimed that he tried and failed to hide the bumps under his clothes. It made him feel uneasy at work, and despite his love of exercise, he avoided going to the gym to avoid drawing attention to himself. He also shied away from full-length mirrors, claiming that he hadn't looked in one in years. It irritates me. I've already been dealing with a lot of issues." Gerard has also a congenital disease called Factor V Leiden, which causes his blood to clot. According to him, Gerard admitted that masking the pain of his bumps was difficult and that he put on a brave face for his 2 young children. Dr. P, he believed, would be able to assist him. Gerard showed Lee the several bumps on his arms and described the others he had all over his body at Lee's office. Then he added that his sister has growths on her body as well. That meant Gerard had family multiple lipomatosis, a rare syndrome in which a person develops numerous lipomas. Although the source of the illness is unknown, there are treatments available. Multiple lipomatosis, according to the National Institutes of Health, causes the production of lipomas that don't usually cause pain but can cause problems in everyday living and can be surgically removed if necessary. Gerard's growths, on the other hand, were very enormous for someone with familial multiple lipomatosis. Gerard takes aspirin every day to thin his blood and prevent pain, edema, and potentially life-threatening arterial blockages as part of his treatment for the Factor V Leiden. Despite the fact that Lee has seen her fair share of lipomas, she was concerned surgically removing the lipomas was an option, but Lee cautioned that it would raise Gerard's risk of blood clots accumulating in his lungs, posing a life-threatening situation. Gerard had to visit his doctor, who approved the treatment and prescribed an anticoagulant to prevent blood clots. Allaying Lee's anxieties, Lee made the decision to keep Gerard awake throughout the surgery in order to keep his body active and lessen the chance of blood clots. She instead removed 10 lipomas that were not near vital or big blood veins, where blood clots could form if they were damaged. Lee numbered the region around each lipoma before cutting the lipoma open down the center with a small surgical knife. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.